That's the video right there.
Do I believe God? Do I believe me? Controversy. Controversy. Can't understand human curiosity. Controversy. Was it good for you? Was I what you wanted me to be? Controversy. You get high. Does your daddy cry? Controversy. 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 Do I believe God? Or do I believe me? Some people wanna die so they can be free. So life is just a game. We're all just the same. Controversy. Controversy. Controversy.
Welcome back, listeners, to the Brighter Side of Blue, our worldwide podcast coming to you live from Columbo's Cafe and Tavern in Dogtown, St. Louis. It is the home of the famous Cibo's Thin Crust Pizza and Daily Lunch Specials. I'm Danny.
I'm Tommy.
I'm JJ.
Producer John.
What do we have tonight, Tommy?
Something happened something happened here in the last week or so.
So
And,
what have you been up to, JJ?
Anything happening?
Not really.
Nothing?
You
Kind of
been
quiet
getting
over
any
there?
interesting texts or anything lately?
Well, my phone since Friday has been going off like a slot machine.
Huh?
Finally slowed down.
So is
yesterday.
Instagram.
Oh, dude. It was
Twitter, a couple million.
the only thing I don't like about the video y'all just watched is there's no sound that hearing my conversations. Looks like I
Well,
picked.
we'll be able to,
I know,
you'll
I'm
be
just
able to
saying.
cover that.
But that's
but-
what kind of bugged me on other people that put it out.
Right.
Before you
Oh, yeah, sorry.
before you explain yourself, this thing's
got
over
nothing
like
to explain.
40 million views.
It's got a lot.
It's gone viral.
It's got a lot.
And
You know,
put-
JJ was also viral. His picture of him looking in the hole with that car sticking out. That was, I mean, that was one of the the 2017 Time magazine pictures of the year.
Yeah.
Is him bent over.
And you got
And he
like a
thought that
million
was his
views.
viral moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
I ran into the guy at the
Shit.
stadium. I had no idea who he was. Like years later, and he goes, "Hey, how are you?" I go, "Good." Like, "Who are you?" He goes, "I took that picture where you looking in the hole." I go,
Right.
"Thanks, appreciate that."
All right.
But he's not the guy that took the video.
He is not.
So
we'll talk
JJ,
about that in a minute.
Well, what the hell happened?
No. He's here. You got to go. You got to set it up with the. We're no Walter Cronkite or anything. But what the fuck happened?
Well, what happened was, well, I worked the soccer stadium. I'm the supervisor of all the police. I got late in the game. There's like 20 minutes left in the game. Over the police radio, young officer yells, "Lieutenant, I'm in section 120," and the guy's refusing to leave. So I'm like, all right. So first of all, like, they should be calling police officers, not me. But I'm walking there thinking there better be some police officers to respond for this guy. I was assuming that I was going to kick out a drunk. I mean, 20 minutes left in the game.
Dude ain't leaving.
And no, he's not leaving.
Mad.
Mad. So then I get real close. I can see the police officer stand up in the concourse, and then I hear him say, "Lieutenant, where you at?" I'm like, holy crap, this guy must really be a
Right.
bad drunk.
That's people rolling around now.
Right. I thought
There's
the
some
fight was
furniture
in-
moving up in this mug.
So I go to there, and I see assistant director of security down there and young officer, and so I go down there to find out what's happening. Apparently, the guy did not want to take off the MAGA hat, and he was I gave him plenty of offers to do it. So when I got there, and I don't really know what happened, all that. I don't know if they were shouting or
You
arguing.
just know you're going there. Somebody don't want to leave.
Then I find out when I get there, it's the MAGA thing. So I'm like, oh, crap. So I try to talk to him. He starts videotaping when I get there.
Oh, he turned that video on right when you walked up.
Right.
But there's no word said
No,
between
but
you
I'm
and him.
trying to
before
talk to him,
that.
and all of a sudden he's talking to his phone.
He's like, here comes JJ.
So if
I'm
you-
going to make
if
him
you-
viral.
If you watch the video, I go to talk to him, and he starts talking on his phone. I get this stupid look on my face like, come on, dude. So then I talk to him, and he finally he walks out.
So that's how it goes, huh? He just walked on.
Wow, that was bad.
No.
And that went viral?
It did. So if I have I don't have any regrets how I handle it. I think he wasn't listening, and he was a nice guy. And I
For the
told-
moment,
For the
right?
yeah. And I told him right away. I was,
He's down with his cause. But
I did. I said I'm a Trumper, and so he kind of looked at me like, what? And I'm like, hey, yeah. I mean, I'm a police officer, and the other party, they wanted to fund the police. So what does he think?
Well, let me ask you this: did you ever, in your, you plan for a lot of stuff as a policeman? You've trained for a lot of stuff.
Right.
You're in SWAT and Mobile Reserve. You train for a lot of stuff. You think stuff over that might occur to you. Have you ever thought, when I'm working the soccer stadium as a lieutenant, what I need to think about is if there was ever a guy in the crowd that has a Trump hat on and they want to throw him out. Did you ever think about that?
Never crossed my mind.
So you show up to it that
Right.
never crossed your mind.
No.
And you do what you do.
Right.
I can see and JJ and I talk just about every day, as a lot of people know. And when you're explaining that story to me, I could see that as you're getting there, your temper's kind of probably
I'm
getting
thinking,
up.
why isn't this drunk leaving?
Right.
Right.
And so you're getting there to rectify shit. Right.
Right.
If this guy's not going to leave, apparently they've called me. It's serious enough.
Right.
I'm going to make him leave.
Right.
So when you get there, you're in a mood. Correct.
I have a shorter temper the older I get.
Oh, dude, you have a
I
short.
was
You
just
have a very.
frustrated. I mean, when I
I've seen
expect-
your temper. It's
well,
not-
yeah,
It's not that long.
I expect when I ask you to leave, just go out. You know what I mean? I mean, hey, dude, apparently you're not wanted here. That you're causing disturbance. Just leave. And he wasn't wanting to leave right away. So
Right. And then, but you get that coming there because now they're going to call you. Now they called you twice as you get there.
Right.
Right. So you get there, you do what you do. What I want to ask you is if you could click your heels and do it all over again, would you handle it differently?
Yes. When I went up there and I said, I thought about just couple different things, but I probably would have, once I got him up away from the crowd, got him into the concourse, I said, hey, if you take the hat off and you can watch the game. I would have stood by him the rest of the game, as long as he took the hat off. But apparently he was offered that numerous times and he refused. And if you can hear on the tape late in the game, I said, hey, if you take the hat off, you can stay. And then somebody behind me, and I don't even know who that was. I'm not even going to say who I thought it was, but it wasn't the person I thought it was. Says he's beyond that. So I'm like, oh, all right, he's beyond that. He must have really been they
Sure.
gave him 1,000 chances to take his hat off. That's exaggerated. They gave him plenty of chances to take the hat off, and he refused. And so I wish I would have said, hey, you know what? I'm the lieutenant there. Let's just, hey, why don't you come stand? Because he took a liking to me. And so he liked me, he fist pumped me before he left. So
I read that in a couple articles that he
Yeah.
fist
I
bumped
wish
you on the way
if
out.
I could do it over
You are a
again.
tremendous fist bumper, by the way.
I would
Yeah.
have ruined his viral thing, because if I would have just kept him in there, I should have walked him and we could have stood back in the back and watched the rest of the game. And as long as he had his hat off, we could have watched the game and nothing. And we don't go through all this.
But they've made some changes.
They did.
There's going to be
that's
red
just-
hats will be allowed.
Well, we're not going to refuse anybody to leave or make anybody leave that has any kind of hat or shirt or anything.
So they
Anything,
can wear
not
a
just
shirt,
MAGA,
too.
just no shirts, no hat. If you want to wear it to the stadium, then you just wear it, and then we're not going to kick
I
anybody
agree.
out.
So his greatest crime was he had a hat on that said MAGA.
Well, there's a rule though that there's no political statements in the stadium, and
Okay.
so no flags. But it really refers to, and it kind of got stretched a little bit. There's no flags or signs that are permitted in the stands with political stuff, and so that's another thing. So I've never kicked anybody out for having the wrong political flag up there. If there is, no one's ever asked me to remove them.
So who started the whole? Who observed this hat and was offended and notified the police?
See, I'm not 100% sure, but I think someone called guest services, and then someone said they emailed it or they called it. And guest services is a season ticket holder, and they have a particular person they can call for any questions they have, any problems they have. So there, I don't know how many called, or a few called, or one called. So then they went to investigate it, and the hat was the big crime. So
That leads me to one of my 3 observations from this whole thing. And the one being that if you're a person that gets offended by clothing, there's something wrong with you. No, now I shouldn't say that. You can get offended by clothing, but you got a 5-second offense window.
Right.
Okay, I'm offended by that. Then just let it go.
Right.
Because to actually, for it to bother you, you have to continue to look at it, watch it,
Yeah, and not watch the soccer game.
do whatever, and then just sit there and look at it and go, man, this is really bothering me.
It's offended me.
There's a soccer game going on or whatever.
actually, I think you said it. You said if you leave the house and you're going to a public place like this with a MAGA hat, you need to expect that some people are going to make comments to you.
No, that's the second observation I have.
Oh, sorry.
Which would be, there are clothes that they're like beef and garb. You know, when you put certain clothes on and you look in the mirror, you're like, I'm down for a beef.
Yeah, beef and clothes.
Did you just look at it, whether it be the MAGA hat or,
Brandon.
whatever. Yeah.
Let's go, Brandon. How many-
Whatever it is. You know that there's certain people out there that you're going to trigger, and you're down for it. Because when you leave, you're like, okay.
You got to be prepared for it.
Oh, no, you're ready to go.
Right.
Do you think he was
You're-
prepared for it? He was filming you before you even
Right,
came.
exactly. You
I
think
don't
he
know
was
his
prepared?
intent. I don't know his intention.
I mean,
Oh, really?
like,
Okay.
or you got a protest going on, right? And somebody shows up in all black clothing with a black mask and a hat on, and you think that's Antifa gear. That's beef on site shit.
Right.
They're down to beef on site. Then when they leave the house and they know they put that on, they know that they're going to trigger somebody and there's shit about to happen.
Right.
And all those people that are down for that wear beef and clothes and are down for the beef,
Right.
they're also quick to the trigger of the video.
Right.
They don't want to take that ass kicking. They just want to video stuff.
Right.
Because when you offend somebody, there's a chance you're going to run into that dude.
Well, listen, and
That dude that doesn't want to verbally beef, that just want to beat you.
right.
And they're take that shit out real quick.
And being a police officer now, the day and age that we're in now, Kim's my other lieutenant, Nanny Crime's here. Every scene we go to, we work together 2 weekends in a month. Her unit and my unit work together. Every single scene, I would say 80% of them, someone brings out a camera and videotapes us. We don't care. Our body cameras film it too, so they can have at it. I know, but everybody wants to bring that camera out. This was kind of no different, except the guy I'm talking to he's bringing the camera out. So.
Right.
Well,
But-
when you only get one viewpoint on an incident, then you don't get the whole story, And my thing is, up until a week and a half ago, I worked for the soccer team too, and as a private security, contractor. But my exposure to the team is they're not political one way or the other. They want to stay out of it, and I know, these soccer teams bring in their fans. They're called support groups. The Seattle people brought in Antifa flags, and they weren't allowed to to bring them out. They're told to get rid of them. So it's and they had that No Kings protest a month or two ago. They weren't allowed to protest on the grounds either. So, I know a lot of the angst in the public was against the soccer team, but they're being very consistent with their policy, where they do
Let
things.
me say this. Jim Kavanaugh is a minority owner. He played soccer at SLU. I played against him. I know him. His cousin's one of my best friends. Joe Koenig is big. I think he's the president of Worldwide. They have season tickets. No one knows who they are. They come in almost every game quietly. No, they don't. They kind of just come in under the radar. They don't know. And then, so actually, Jim Kavanaugh reached out to the director of security. He didn't know it was a policy. He doesn't care. He likes watching soccer. He watches a soccer game, goes into his box. He's kind of a quiet guy, doesn't say a whole lot. He walks around the pitch club, not very much. He usually stays up in his box and watches it because he just loves watching soccer. But he can walk through there. No one even knows who he is. Half the people don't know who he is. Michael, my son, who works the games in between the benches and plain clothes, because he's got access. He's got the thing. And the very beginning, someone tried to stop Jim, and Michael's like, "Oh no, he can go anywhere he wants." So I mean, Jim's a great guy, humble guy, and then he got. I don't want to go down that. There's a certain old retired. We
whatever.
don't want to go down there. I don't want to give this guy credit, the radio guy, that I thought he's.
There's some of our guys, some of our fans that, they went on some of our social media and they got all mad about it and they don't know the story and they, and again, I get it, freedom of First Amendment and all that, but as a policeman, you don't, especially when you're working, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do,
Right.
and you don't enjoy it a lot of the times, but and then sometimes like your own policies. Your personal policies conflict with other people's policies,
Right.
and if I was there, and it's easy to sit there and call Monday morning quarterback shit, right?
Right.
I wasn't there getting all pissed off on my way to the thing, because and the other thing, the point number 3, the takeaway, then was that when you were telling me the story, I was picturing myself working the baseball game back in the 80s and the 90s when I used to work for. Johnny Burke and Bob Zambo. And I imagine myself getting on the air and calling them to say, I got a guy that I want to kick out, but he's not leaving.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I would have been removed.
That'd be your last day.
Right.
You might not have
I would have been removed before that dude.
Definitely a different era.
But and I will say that. I'll preface that. I should have prefaced it by saying that it wasn't as political.
I think you brought up a good point earlier. We started the show playing 1 minute and 54 seconds of the JJ viral reel. But you said that this was going on 30 minutes before.
20 minutes,
20 minutes
I
before
don't
you
know.
even got there.
I don't know.
You didn't have all the information. I think it's, me personally, I don't care what producer John said, with all due respect, you cannot kick a man out for wearing a hat.
Nope.
Or a T-shirt.
I'm with you.
Or tennis shoes that say something like that. It is a ridiculous thing, and the person that called is sitting there watching a professional soccer game and took the time to email,
Might have been, I don't
making
know,
emails
phone
about
call or-
somebody else's hat.
Right.
Our soccer team needs to improve because her attention span was really distorted. That's what was going on. That was offending her. Whoever that person is, I hope you're listening. Get some thick skin. Grow the hell up. Get a set of nuts and be
All the people
be
that get-
better.
all
Be
the people that get
If it was-
offended by clothing.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Get a fuck.
I'm not. The only thing I was defending is that people accuse the team of being anti-Trump or liberal or whatever. That's not the case. I was there every day for 6 months, and I never got that feeling. So, no, I think you should be able to, in America,
Well,
you can burn a American flag in the middle of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
street.
Can you?
Yeah.
Well, and then there's interpretation, everything, right? So whoever was handling it at that time, it was their interpretation that the slogan "Make America Great Again," which, I mean, we all know that Trump says that a lot.
Right.
But it's also just a hat. It doesn't say I love Donald Trump. I mean, I
Okay.
get it, but it is beef and clothes.
It's beef and
beef and
clothes.
clothes.
There's a beef.
But
and,
I just want to
the
say
beef
one
and
thing
lead.
out of anything out of this that I thought was kind of cool is I got a ton of text messages. I joked about how my phone went off
Oh, dude,
like a slot machine. It
you
did.
told me you're going to change your number.
I was thinking of changing my number. And I also turn it off and I'd wake up and there'd be 30 text messages. So, but I was pretty good at answering all of them. But some of the text messages I got were cool because I got a call from a judge. And, well, I'm not going to say anything. Call and say, hey, you did a great job. You're a professional. I got a call from an attorney who used to be a prosecutor, and she does not agree with me politically. And we've had the conversation before, and we're good friends. We go, this is way back in the day, and she's in private practice now, but she was one of our good prosecutors. And so she texts me and says, JJ, we don't agree politically, but you handled yourself like the professional you are. So I thought that was cool. And then I had a buddy of mine I played soccer with back in the day. We played in college together. He and I had differences in opinions on political. He texts me and says, Trump, I know we disagree on Trump, whatever. He said, but you handled yourself great, and you did what you had to do, and you did a good job. So I had a few more of those calls like that, saying that they weren't exactly on the same side as me politically, but said you did a good job, and that makes me feel pretty good that I handled it.
I mean, like Danny said,
You didn't have all the facts.
Right.
You didn't have all the facts, and you were thrown into the fire. Tommy, he's not just a pretty face. He came up with the policy before you guys changed your policy. And Tommy's policy, do you want to say it? Or? Okay, so
Well, actually, we used to do this at the baseball park. I mean, at least I did.
but they should adopt it there. But they should have met whoever wanted to throw this person out. Should have met the commander, JJ, and the officers in the concourse, and said, "Here's what's going on down there in the seats. We need to throw this person out. Here's why. Blah blah blah." And then you guys make a slow, informed decision whether you're going to go down there and approach. Because I think what you said. Once an usher goes down amongst all the crowd in the seats and starts saying, you got to leave, you're thrown out, then everybody around them has an opinion, and then that person fights back. It's already done. But if you would have had all the information, you would have met at the top of the staircase in the concourse. This was Tommy's idea. And then they would have given you all the information. You would have said, I'm not throwing that dude out for a hat. You go kiss my ass.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Right.
But you were thrown in the fire. People were already down there, and all you knew was that a guy wouldn't leave, and you've done it a million times, throw a guy out.
I learned it was because of the hat eventually, obviously.
Well, then it was too late because
Right.
somebody even said we're past that point.
Right.
So,
But, the Guatemala game, or not the Guatemala, the Aston Villa game that was the Wednesday after the game. Never mind. I lost my
So there was a Saturday incident. That happened on a
Yeah,
Saturday, and you're working on a Wednesday.
that's the
Go ahead.
JJ we know
Yeah,
right there. The
another
one that
Wednesday.
lost his
Now,
train
JJ
of thought.
back.
thought.
30
The
seconds.
Kansas- I
mean,
got
Boys are
you.
gone.
I got you, dude.
It took that
Got
long.
you.
I mean, I never knew this was
See
going to
ya.
come out a week later, which is crazy. But in the Guatemala game before this it was wild, and there was an incident where somebody from the 90% of the fans were from Guatemala, and someone threw a water bottle down and hit somebody in one of the front rows. So I get called to go get this guy, and so there's people pointing at him, and it was crazy. So I brought a few people down with me to go talk to the guy, and it's like they're out there in the field, and they're pointing him out to me, and we're gonna kick him out. So I said he was ready to go. He goes, all right, I'm ready to go. So I'm walking out. People got so mad around me. I stopped. I said, dude, don't throw any more water bottles. You're good. And I walked out, and they're like, what happened? I go, there's no way I'm gonna go in this hornet's nest and take this guy out. We were gonna have way more than we could handle. So I let that one go, but this wasn't as bad.
No, the other thing is that the guy he hit that record button right when you were walking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was might have been planned.
So officially, are they changing the policy? Is there a policy change?
Yes, no clothing items will be kicked out for any
So
kind
I
of
think you also
When's the next home game?
Saturday.
There's going to be more MAGA hats at this home game than ever
More
ever
power to 'em.
recorded.
I don't care.
JJ said that he wants to invite all MAGA hat wearers to have a photograph taken with him.
Actually, I did.
No,
I did say
Is
that
there a statue out there
if that-
somewhere they can
yeah.
meet you from, like the Stan Musial statue?
maybe. You know what's sad about it? Viral people make a lot of money off of viral videos.
Not you.
Not
No,
a dime.
yeah, we're trying to run a podcast and shit.
Yeah, we've been
We
trying to
would
get
love
something to go
a
viral for 18 months on this podcast.
But I
Home
will
team
do-
runs to the soccer game. Next thing you know,
Yeah.
I am going to get my picture taken, and we'll play it. If there's one person wearing a MAGA hat that I come across Saturday, I'm getting my picture taken with.
damn right.
And we'll put it
then
on
we'll
the-
put it on there.
Yes.
We'll hopefully
Yes.
maybe kick them out again. Maybe we'll go viral on that. Let's not
I'm going to
stop
kick
now.
you out, and I get a
Yeah.
picture with you first.
Let's not stop. Man, let's
No,
just
it's all-
make it on our
I think
advantage.
good
though.
changes are made, and part of it is the police aren't responsible other than kicking out people that are overserved or wanting to fight.
Right?
Yeah, I love that. No.
Johnny, do we have any comments you want to get to?
Uh-oh.
Well, Postal Dave wants to know if the guy just did it to get attention, knowing that he's going to get kicked out.
Could be.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
that could be a beef and strategy.
He was like a plant.
Davey
Right.
Cox.
What else we got?
Davey Cox, read his.
Well, Davey Cox asked if you feel like you violated his First Amendment rights. I said we're not giving legal opinions.
Yeah, we're not getting into all that stuff.
Right.
And I believe the stadium has the right to serve or anybody they want.
Well, I mean,
Once
it's just like
again-
working a bar, right?
Right.
A bar says that you can't carry a gun into a bar. Don't carry a gun into a bar, or you get kicked out. You're not probably going to get locked
against
up.
Unless it's Columbus.
It's not against
Right.
the law.
So, JJ, the Columbos. And,
Kevin Jones. Is this the Kevin Jones I went to high school with?
No, it's Kevin that was here last week.
Oh,
Okay.
He just wanted to be internet popular and post clickbait.
So JJ, the Columbos, who love us dearly and love you dearly,
Right. Do you?
Katie
And they still
Greg.
love you, even though.
Katie and Greg,
Greg's over there.
and Katie and
over there.
Greg and Ryan, and
He's quiet.
but he's over there. Yeah,
he's hiding. In the
he's
shadow.
the third wheel and over there. He's third wheeling it like in high school when he's in the back seat as they were dating. But they got you a present, and
Oh shit! Yes.
there we go.
I like it.
What's it say, JJ?
Make soccer great again, baby.
Yeah, baby.
There we go. All
There
right.
we go.
There it is, JJ.
All right.
I'm wearing this.
All right.
Thank you.
So the beef continues. Are the controversy? Hopefully, it's over, and
Actually, I
the
talked.
people that can't deal with it,
leave
we've ixnayed the we've ixnayed
Look
this
at
section.
Sarah
of-
Wheat.
Yeah, Sarah, Wheat-
That's Bob Cooney's daughter.
The guy who got kicked out was a joke and a hot mess in college.
Oh, we should have probably said her name.
I know. Well, yeah,
yeah.
Well, the snitch.
Thanks for being
I
discreet.
gotta read their name. She
did I
must've
do
known.
that?
You're a snitch.
Damn it.
You're
That's
such
Bob-
a
that's-
snitch,
that's
dude.
Bob's Hey, Sarah, we talk about your dad tonight.
Thanks,
the
Mo.
podcast. You might want to tune in. I was going to call you
Nope.
later.
The Monday. It's coming out Monday,
Monday.
Sarah.
But
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's coming out.
That's,
The Monday.
we might as well talk about that. Before we got on live tonight, we had our interview for our show that's coming out on Monday. Frank Brostrom was an FBI agent here in St. Louis from 1990 to 2007 for 17 years. Did 27 years on the FBI, but he's got tremendous stories about going undercover, and he was a bomb technician. He's got several ties to the show as far as the past guest, and just a great storyteller. And we could only get to, 3 of his stories?
Yeah, he's going to be in.
He sent us like 20.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, we ain't got like 18 hours.
He's going to be good.
He's going to be, he's going to keep coming back on. And we're looking forward to getting the other guys, like we've heard from the DEA with Cronin and with Joe Cronin and Jack Riley, but Frank just being on with the FBI, and we've had Nikki Bottolato on with the FBI, and they just do different things than the DEA does, and great stories, and we look forward to getting those kind of stories within our Mondays that'll be coming up, and all good, right?
So, JJ, you wouldn't do it again, would you?
I told you I just stood by him and stayed in the stadium, overruled the people there, and just say we're going to stand right.
We're staying right here.
Yes, and
And
I
you
would've-
just sat next to him and
I
say,
was,
yeah,
no, I just stood
bitch
next
all
to
you
him,
want.
make sure, and then when the game was over, I say, let's walk out, bro.
Right.
So, but
And then when that angry person comes
were
up,
there fans around you yelling anything?
I don't remember.
You don't
Not
remember?
really. There was.
he was only there for
No,
a
but
minute
no,
54.
When I was walking out, there was some hoot and holler. I don't know if they're hoot and holler for yay, they're glad he's going, or hoot and holler that they're mad that we're kicking him out. It was kind of, might have been a little bit of both,
Right.
to be honest. But we got people.
Ryan Anthony.
What do we got?
We also have a girl I went to high school with, Laura Propotnick. She's
Yeah, Laura.
Johnny, what do we got for comments? Read some of them
Great
because we're
job,
not. I don't
JJ.
think we're
Laura
letting
Says
them.
great job, JJ, which, as always.
right.
Dude, that's a weekly comment.
But Ryan Anthony basically says that when you buy a ticket,
That's pretty good.
you're agreeing to obey the rules of the team. You
Right.
know, it's a license, basically. So if you violate that, they have the right to ask you to leave.
Even if they're sucky rules.
Yeah, the rules might need to be changed.
Yeah. they
I always
definitely-
thought the police department had sucky rules, but that's just me.
Oh, so did Danny. That's why he
Right.
got suspended every time.
That's why he got suspended at all 5
I
levels.
just challenge the rules.
Right. Right. Just follow them all the time.
That it? No, that's
Right.
it. All right.
Yeah. So
No, that's neat.
that's pretty good.
And JJ, you did have a lot of. You had some naysayers that hit our social media responses.
Right.
But you had way more support.
I'll just say this. I never went down that rabbit hole. I did a few at first. I'm like, there's no, I'll get so
You would-
pissed off.
Yeah.
So I did. So
you wouldn't have made it.
my
You would've got pissed.
my daughter Lauren is like a little pit bull. She
Oh,
is
jeez.
texting me from California and mad, and she was responding to these people that are saying ignorant. One said that old man needs to retire. She was mad at that.
About you?
Yeah, yeah. And so
Well, that's kind of true, though.
yeah, I know, but But I finally texted her. I said, Lauren, you got to
Stop.
stop.
Yeah.
Don't go down that road. You're just going to drive yourself crazy. But
Yeah.
she had my back, that's for sure. But
Yeah, one guy that just he was already made up his mind. He's no longer going to follow us. And
He's not?
Yeah, I said we're good with that.
So we're under 10?
We're under. Well, not. I guess I don't. I think he's from this country, but if he wasn't,
More importantly,
we might
how's
be
the
down
hand?
to like.
We might
80
have lost the country.
Lost the country if he was in like Greenland or some shit.
A little sad.
well, hey, it wasn't. I tried to do my best. And
Hey, that could have went
Hindsight's
terribly
20/20.
wrong. We're talking about a thing that ended peacefully. That could have went terrible wrong.
Minute 54. That's
Hey.
why I'm impressed by the
Yeah.
minute 50. This
Hey.
shit's going on for 25 minutes, and JJ comes up,
Boom.
solves that bitch in a minute 24
and
or minute 54.
And I think the guy left liking me.
right.
Yeah.
You,
We
well,
could be
the article
friends.
said you fist bumped him.
Get him on the show.
I'd love
Get
to
him
have
on the
him
show.
I'd love to bring him on.
What was his name? He says his name right off the bat.
Michael,
Schwadeneck.
I don't know, something Michael. Let's just, no, it doesn't matter.
Did you hear this? You
Michael Trump.
totally made that shit up, dude. Michael Schwand.
The look you gave me was like, you. That's not even close, dude.
I found that offensive. I'm emailing customer service at Columbo's. Get rid of your ass.
Shit.
Well, that's officially your response. We just finally addressed it.
Right. Now,
News
probably-
agencies all around the country have been trying to get a response from you,
Right.
and you've held
and
court
somehow, some way, there's all kinds of people that didn't like your response.
Well, you
Oh.
On all
I'll
sides of the
just say
fence.
this.
and
I'll say this.
They just don't like it.
That I talked to
They
the
don't
director,
like
director
you.
of security today, and he said it is definitely trending down. It's over.
Right. Till today. Till right now.
So we tried.
As long as they change that
Until right
policy,
now.
and you're a big part of that, change that policy. You don't be throwing
it's
people
changed. It's changed.
out for a hat because some
It ain't.
little coward with a smartphone was sending an email. So
Jerk.
anyway, jerk.
Some jerk.
Get on with it. You know what? This is against your schedule. But since we got JJ all wound up, let's just go straight to a JJ Zen.
Oh crap!
Here we go. Now we threw him off. We threw him
Yeah,
off.
we threw him off. Now this.
I didn't make the hat bigger. Give me a second. How am I looking in the hat?
You're
Well,
good.
I think you look really
Dude,
good.
You look good.
Yeah.
All right. My
Now we
Zen-
need to.
Maybe-
The guy that made the hat may have gotten a little.
All, all drunked up. It's all
Looks like
crooked.
I may have made it.
Yeah. What do you got for JJ Zen? Let's
A mistake repeated more than once is a decision.
So you'll never throw another dude out with a MAGA hat because that would be a decision.
Well, you can read that any which way you want. Read into it.
Where'd you get it from?
Of course, Greg Colombo. My Zen,
Dude.
my Zen
You know
mas-
what? That's
he-
it.
We might as well
That's
just call
it. This
Greg
is
up
the
every
end of
day.
it.
My
This
Zen
is the end of it.
master.
Greg Colombo is doing all Zens. He's coming on the show and doing them.
Hey, he was on here earlier talking
Right.
to our guest with the mic. The head. He needs to come in and do my
Was that
Zen.
being taped?
I have no problem.
What's
Was
that?
Greg Colombo on earlier?
Johnny, was that being
wasn't-
taped with Greg
no,
Colombo on?
it wasn't recording yet.
Greg,
Because that was a
whenever
good.
you want to step in, take my Zen. I'd love it.
Right. Well, the other one was
wanna do
that
it? Do his?
Frank Brostrom,
We'll put you on.
the FBI guy that was on with us, he had some Colombo stories.
He had a Colombo
from
story.
CIs, and Greg came down here and says, "I got to listen to these stories." And he was listening to these stories. He goes, "There's a chance." He's not saying that they were correct.
He's not saying no.
but he ain't saying no. And it included some. Then again, and Frank said. During it, he said, "Now the Colombos had no idea this was going on, but
Right.
these guys may have used this place as somewhat of a affiliation
spot.
to their drugs
No,
or
money.
to their bank robberies. It was a bank robbery.
It was a bank robbery. Yeah, it was. So we'll get on that. So Greg came down and put the headphones on and talked
Frank
to him.
Frank
directly.
was off the chain, wasn't he?
Hey,
It was good. It was good. It's going to be a good show.
I love Kevin Jones wants to know where those awesome new beer buckets are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, Greg, where's the
Greg.
buckets? Where are the buckets, buddy? I'm not telling you who gave us those to put on the table because he's too good of a guy.
Only because you were in the office and these spots.
That's good. Tommy, where are we going?
I don't know. I'm pouring a beer right now.
Well, I'm going to do one little thing
Go ahead.
because I only have one.
All right.
Okay? Producer John, you'll like this one.
What do you got?
Thank you. There it is.
Go, baby.
There it is. You can tell Greg's working. He brings an empty one. When Ryan was working, he brought a full one. Tight ass.
Hey, nothing's free, baby.
We just told you there was $1 million hidden in the basement. You give us an empty button. Okay, all right. First it was no Jameson, now it's no
Hey, we
beer.
Right.
Hey, we tried.
Oh,
We
my
thought maybe it'd help.
Hey, can we get a bucket up here? Yeah, you can get an empty motherfucker. You can have this empty
Tommy,
Uh-huh.
this day tomorrow. This day tomorrow in 1988.
What happened
Well,
to this
it's
day?
not this day. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Doesn't make any
So
sense.
we're talking August the 8th?
Yeah, I
'Cause
thought today was
today's the
August
7th.
8th. I did all my homework. I thought so. This day tomorrow.
All right. That because a lot of people listen to it tomorrow.
Well, they're
So
going to
you can
have
say
to. It'd be
this day
current.
today.
It would be true tomorrow.
Tomorrow. If you're
What,
listening
what
on
I'm
a
about
Friday.
to say will be true tomorrow.
How about
Okay.
we just get to it?
1988.
All right.
Wrigley Field had the lights on for the first time ever. They had lights. Their first home under the lights.
I like that.
How'd you feel at the time? I was sad.
See, I
was
didn't like
sad.
that either because
I
you
just
remember
like the
back
tradition.
in the day when you had the cable and you had to change it at the from the
Or press the button
and then
on
you
top.
had to turn that thing and you
Yeah.
turned it to 32.
Yes.
32 was WGN.
At 1:15 every day.
And then you see Mark Grace and
Yeah.
Ryan Sandberg and
God rest his soul.
Ron
Ryan Sandberg
Say.
died. Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
they
Yeah.
were just on all the time. They were way ahead of the curve on TV shit.
I was so sad. What about you, producer John?
Yeah, because I was in mobile at the time. We worked straight 6 to 2. We never worked days, so I watched Cubs games during the day because you missed everything else at night.
Right.
And Harry Carey and Steve Stone were like my soundtrack for those years.
Oh, 100%.
So I love going there. I've been there numerous times before
Me
the
too, yeah.
lights went up. It's still cool to go to that stadium. dude.
Yeah, but it's
Especially
still,
in the car.
they gave in. They gave away tradition.
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah. Yeah, they really did have.
That's a lot of money they were giving up never to have a night game.
Yeah, yeah. So that's my day in history tomorrow.
That's
Cool.
just you got
Love
we
that
only got
stadium.
one fact.
well, I have a longer one that I'm not getting into today.
Right. Why don't we save that one for
We're gonna save it.
for next August 8th? We'll hear that.
August 7th.
We'll save that for next year. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Danny's got a really good one next year.
Hope we're still around next August.
Hey, JJ, read Tad Detman's question.
Tad, my neighbor growing up, do you remember when you scared
Scared
the heck out of me when I was delivering some furniture to your SWAT office from my old job at United Van Lines, and you came up behind me and blocked the sun? Behind me and blocked the sun. I don't know if I blocked the sun, but I do remember running into you. I don't know.
That's your old
Well,
buddy.
Tad, actually, he watches all the time. No,
He's a great fan.
He is good.
He's one of our best fans.
yeah, he's always on. Tad grew up next to me. He's a couple years older than me. Young guy, but he's a good
like
man.
it.
He's a good man.
Cindy Cooney chimed in too. She's looking forward to the show Monday.
Yeah, she's
Oh, that's good. She'll
She's gonna
like that
really
one.
like that story.
She'll like that story.
Tommy, when you don't want to bicker about the price on a sticker,
you head on down to Shecker.
We get the best deals quicker.
doggone right.
Shit.
Hey,
I took a drink.
Ricky
I wasn't ready
Ray
for that.
is in the crowd tonight,
Uh-huh.
and he went to Fairway Automotive for some service.
You had to get his emissions done.
Okay, and he said he
Fairway.
told him he was from the brighter side of blue, ate some popcorn, had some coffee, and got great service.
Took care of him.
Took care of him.
That's how you
Did
get.
you really eat popcorn?
Did you eat some popcorn, Ricky?
If
Yeah, he
Oh
did.
yeah.
If you go at night,
Typical copper, retired copper, still eating donuts.
if you go there at night, you get nocturnal emissions reports.
What do we even do with him?
He's losing it. He's not as good as he used to be.
He's better. Oh my God.
That wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
wasn't.
No, it wasn't bad.
But I like to thank the people that actually come down here and watch us, and they
Love it.
take the time to come down here and drink, and have fun with us. And
Bring us cigars from the Riverman
bring
Cigar
us some
Company.
cigars. And Ricky Ray comes down here all the time, and the Columbos. Laurie Urson's ready to give somebody a uniform. That we need to get some people. We need to get some more people hired so she can give out more uniforms. Right?
That's true.
Big crowd tonight.
Right.
Big crowd tonight. Hey, everybody that's listening, please on all platforms, like, subscribe, and share. We always
Twice.
talk twice. We always talk about our grassroots podcast. We are growing. We're growing. We're getting across the world. And it started slowly, and it's JJ tried to set us back, but hopefully it's catapults us.
I actually thought I was getting fired from you guys. Thought it was
No,
it.
you wish.
Yeah, you ain't getting off that easy. Right, you're gonna have to really fuck
The
up
only
to
thing that's
get
going to
fired from here.
happen, Greg Colombo's going to take over the Zen, but you have to stay otherwise.
Remember when
That's it.
JJ quit like 4 weeks in a row?
Kept quitting.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, we are going to do. We've got a lot of vacations coming up in early September, So we're going to do a 2-series best of, and we're going to tape them early, and we're going to pick out some of the better clips and talk about some of the emotional stories we've had, some of the funny stories we've had, and we're really going to just go through what it has been 120-something episodes, 140-something episodes now, and
I remember when it got to 10, because you can see, I go, man, we had 10 freaking episodes.
Tommy said if you make it past 10 episodes, you're in the top 1% of podcasts.
that was actually Jack Milliken told us that.
And
Top
now
5%.
look at us. Now look at us.
Still the same.
We're top,
Still
top
the
6.
same.
We're in top 6.
Yeah, I was going to say 9.
Making people smarter every week. Tommy?
What do you got?
Nothing.
You were going to talk about this ISO.
Oh, yes. sir.
This is
We
crazy.
forgot about that.
This is
I
a
got- I
crazy.
got an
Yeah,
arrest.
you guys are ready to quit.
I got a couple good arrests. By
No,
the
well, and we'll talk about that. Let's just go to the ISO first, and I'll save the
your hands on the wheel for me.
California story.
I want you to face
Hold on a
the
second,
front,
Johnny.
all right?
What are we doing here?
You said to go to ISO.
No, we got to set it up first. We just play.
You said we're going to go to ISO.
What are we just going to play a video and just hope they guess it?
Tommy
Yeah,
sounds so
yes.
punitive when he
Listen to
was
this
talking to you
ISO
there.
stuff.
He was like angry.
No, I was just kind
All right,
of.
everybody, I'm putting you under hypnosis. Forgot what you just saw.
We didn't see anything yet.
So, but he has it queued up. So, Tommy, I'm sorry, I almost forgot this, but all our brothers in blue across the Midwest, because you're telling me this is mainly in the Midwest now.
But creeping into the Midwest, but starting here, yes.
Yeah, but you don't usually things start on the coasts. Mm-hmm. Okay, but this did not for some reason.
Right.
Okay, so there's a new drug out there that's not replacing fentanyl, but it's going right alongside with fentanyl because it's even cheaper to produce than fentanyl. It's I'm not going to go into the long name, but they call it on the streets ICY, ISO.
Like Nazarene or something.
Yeah, Nazarene, all those.
The nizatine.
Yeah.
It's a form of nizatine. It's a synthetic opioid.
A synthetic
The
opioid.
synthetic opioid fentanyl is a synthetic opioid.
Yes.
And it was derived because of the crackdown on heroin. And so they made it to where it couldn't be detected. It could be smuggled. It was
Cheaper
more
to make.
It was more potent. But you could ship it or get it across the borders in less amount than you could with the heroin. So it's smaller amounts but more potency.
Yes.
Well, now the ISOs, it's the same theory.
Yes.
It's more potent. And it's
Cheaper
not.
to make.
It was
and it's
actually created as a
non-detectable.
painkiller in 1950s in
And then-
Europe.
exactly.
And it was so, there was the likelihood, the overdose was so common that they
Yes.
banned it.
Yes. Yes.
And
Very
now
much so.
it came back to life.
But the scary thing about it for law enforcement is that there's no testing for it right now, so you don't know what you're walking into, and the people that are using it on the streets don't even know they're really getting it with what they're buying, and it is so potent that it is across the country, across the Midwest, there are officers just getting overdosed from mere contact with your hands, inhaling slightly.
A phone.
A phone, a lot like fentanyl, but even more potent.
It's 10 times more potent than fentanyl.
And the problem with it is fentanyl responds really well to Narcan. They say ISO can respond to Narcan, but it'll be quicker and need larger doses and maybe more frequent doses. And so I was looking, when I was doing the research, I was like, you look up on YouTube, and in Columbus, Ohio, the CPD, Columbus Police Department, a routine traffic stop that there was a drug addict driving a car.
And they thought, and then when you hear it, it's just they think it's a meth arrest.
Yeah, they think it's
something to that effect.
exactly.
right?
Yes. And so should we just play the video now?
I think we should play the video, and it shows you how.
Now this video is 3 minutes long. If you want to play it all.
But it's one of them things that you got to see it because
Okay.
it is
All
that
right.
serious.
Okay. And I just want our brothers in
And
blue
if you
to know.
and if you have to go to the bathroom, go now. I'm talking
I
not
am.
the fans. You need to watch this.
I know, but you're putting
people
my
listening
business
need to
about my
watch it.
bladder out there for everybody.
Well, you had to go to the bathroom like
You already
3
broke
times
the
already.
seal.
All right, play it. Roll it.
Keep your hands on the wheel for me.
Make it big.
I want you to face the front, all right? Keep your hands there. You're all right.
I know what I'm doing's wrong.
It's all right. We'll get your shoes in a minute. I want you to step out real quick, or I'm going to take your hand. I'm going to handcuff you. Straight to the front, straight to the front, straight to the front, straight to the front. You're fine. Thank you. No, it's. Is this the first time you've ever been caught?
This is the first time I've ever been gotten. I swear to you.
Okay.
This is only. I swear on everything. This is only the third time I've used you.
She's blank a ballot.
I'm sorry to 24. 151, send us a 24, possible overdose. You okay? You all right? Ask her what it is. 151, this is for an officer, roll a 24. What is that? What is that you have?
Where? I have nothing.
No. In the car, what is
She
that?
called it icer. I swear to God, that's what she called it.
Fentanyl in it?
Not that I know of.
Okay, well, we
Swear
have an
to
officer
God.
having an effect right now. There's no fentanyl not in
Please
it.
don't tell me nothing like that.
He called.
Please.
Stop. It's called icer.
That's what she called it. I swear that's what she called it. Icer.
What is it? What's the then that's the generic name. What is it? Meth?
It's supposed to be meth. She said meth and ice.
Meth and ice.
152, do we have a medic on the way?
No.
Okay, it's for an officer, possible exposure to fentanyl or something.
I'm getting my. You got yours out? All right, relax. Hey, take this. Take it. All right, load it up.
Hey, help me with it.
Hold on. Go ahead. So there's the picture.
Okay, so
Insert white cone into nostril. All right, that's too far. Load it.
this just screws in, right?
the exposure?
Does this purple part come off? Yeah.
Take it off. 3.
Is there a car on scene that can advise what the 49A is?
I don't know, we don't know.
Possible meth. We're not sure.
You want to do it yourself?
No, he's doing it. You do it. Come here. One in each nostril.
Copy.
Is it going in?
Screw it in.
Okay. There it goes. It just squirted out. Squirted out. Suck it up. Suck it up that nostril.
Yeah, I'm going all this.
You're good. 151 Narcan administered.
Copy.
Glove up.
Yeah, I've already got gloves on.
S15, copy that.
You just did it.
S15, copy.
Cone, lean out this way if you can, buddy.
You want to get out and just sit on the floor?
The door. Keep your hands.
On this is you see how the officers are so confused on what's actually happening. They're asking the drug addict what it is, and she's like, I think it's ice or whatever. And so I just want all of our law enforcement partners to be aware of this and to know that you said that SLMPD has a couple Narcans in each patrol car, but
I actually asked the officers today that we each have our Narcan.
But with ISO, I think you should recommend having like 4 in a car because they're saying that the first multiple hits and larger doses, so we don't know what we're up against. But how bizarre is that?
We ride together, so there's usually 6 or 8 of us.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But yeah, we do need to make sure we have it.
When I called my people at DEA and I talked to Eric Lanham and I said, have you guys, has this been in St. Louis? He said, it's not in St. Louis yet, but we've heard about it. And his exact words were, St. Louis is always the last to get it. So they're expecting, I shouldn't say they're expecting, but you know, there's a good chance, as everything else is spreads, and then
Now,
it's going to be here.
Is
And
this something you can make in the lab, or is this has to be
it's
shipped?
always made in the lab.
But is it shipped, but not here labs? There's no labs here.
China.
China.
They're made in Chinese, and then it's just like fentanyl and everything else. It comes here, and all the chemists and the scientists that are tied to illicit drug sales are always working on the next one. Just like the cell phones, you know, like they're probably already got, you know, I-15 ready or I-20 ready, but they wait because they just keep working on it.
Should have brought Mary Beth.
And like the
Mary Beth Carr.
You see if she's
ISO cannot
I guarantee
be-
she's on it.
So it's a synthetic opioid, but it cannot be detected by the fentanyl test right now.
Right.
So
Not
if you
yet.
test for fentanyl, it will not test positive for ISO and test negative for fentanyl.
Yeah.
But it's going to kill you 10 times worse than fentanyl.
Do we have pictures of what it looks like or no?
I think it looks like fentanyl. It's a white. I think it's just a
Well, the
white
capsules
powder.
can be any-
No,
any
it's
color.
going to be a powder. It's going to be a powder
Yeah.
of some sort.
Yeah.
Because we got a big hit of pills. If it tests negative, I'm gonna be
Hey
curious.
Johnny, pull up,
Yeah,
and then that's a good lead into your officers had it quite a week.
They do good.
They do good work. Here's the boys with what they get here, JJ.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't
They
know.
got
You're just proud of them. You're just over there. You're like, hey, maybe I'll go viral
Actually,
again. Let me get in this
no, it's,
picture.
You're in the damn picture.
if you can zoom,
Right.
it's hard to see. You can zoom up. I can't really see because it's small. but
Here's
there's
just the drugs.
two
Just show the
huge-
one up with
there's
just the
AR.
drugs.
There you go. Those bags are. See those two bags? They're filled, and we're like, anti-crime could have got it, but they weren't really working that hard that day.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
kid.
hell
Hey.
no.
I'm just joking.
You hear that, Lieutenant?
Yeah, I did it for her purpose. But I don't know. I'll find out today. The lab came back. I didn't ask him. I guess it came back positive for fentanyl or whatever.
There goes just the drugs right there.
Let me see that.
Gun. Yeah.
There
you
goes
go.
just
Those are all
that
those
big ass
pills.
gun.
Be careful out there, JJ. I don't want this ISO shit to hit us.
This could be ice. That could be some of it.
And then see the
Any of
silencer?
you-
There's a little
none of your people
silencer
fell
up
out, though,
there.
right?
See the little silencer in front?
Oh wow, silencer. That's,
Yeah.
Will that be on the?
It was on the
The police department put it
Put
out.
that
So
out,
I don't
yeah.
want to put it out too.
no. But anywho, yeah, it's a good hit. But that was a guy that was wanted for assault on a law enforcement officer. We actually mobile put him out, wanted, and we hunted him down with the help of FAST actually unit.
So one of the last things we'll get into is there was an arrest in Florida, or I'm sorry, California, a week ago, and it culminated in a series of search warrants. And the background of it is on October the 9th of 2023, there was an explosion in Irwin, California at a place where they do oil extractions, illicit oil extractions from marijuana.
cannabis.
And they have these rooms that are supposed to be, explosion proof and blah, blah, blah. 4 people die in that. And then on November 18th, same kind of thing, another lab in California blows up, kills another person. So 5 people dead. They don't know what's going on. All they know is that this illicit marijuana extraction is getting to be a big business. It's all over the country, and it's tied right into China. And the Chinese nationalists, and I'm not going to say any names, but how this thing gets solved, and they just did a big takedown last week on this, and how this case started and got solved, Little St. Louis, Missouri.
Really?
And it was, I talked to some friends at DEA, and it was a task force officer out of St. Charles that started it. Got another task force agent from Bridgeton, got a task force agent from the city of St. Louis, who we all know very well. Young agent out of DEA, and I found this interesting, is she's a cryptocurrency expert. So where she does a lot of stuff, cryptocurrency, with stuff like this, is because that's how money is getting transferred in
crypto.
cases like this.
Wow.
And so anyway, 5 people got killed in those explosions, and the case that they started here ends up, they brought it to LA because that's where the facts led them. Well, LA that's where it all was. That was the epicenter of it was. And anytime you're like from the DEA and you're from one city, but the epicenter is somewhere else, they're going to take over the investigation. So they did, and they did a great job. People indicted, 6 or 7 other people indicted. One of the guys that's mentioned in here.
Chinese nationals.
Yeah, got word that shit was going down. He tried to boogie off through the Tijuana, getting out of the country through Tijuana,
Yeah.
and he ends up walking in a door that he wasn't supposed to walk into, and walks right into a guard. And they're like, "What are you doing here?" And the guy's like, "Well, blah 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 blah," and he was real nervous. And that's how he ends up getting caught. And he had nothing. And these guys were trying to get on his phone or anything, but he was gone. And he just dunced into the wrong door at the Tijuana border. And so he got locked up, and I just found it was interesting and just what
St. Louis connection.
the St. Louis connection. And then the other story I heard, and I mentioned this on last week's Federal Friday, is there's a county TFO that got some information. Task force officer with the EA. And he got some information on a house south of St. Louis. And he just did, and a lot of times when you get information, some people blow it off and some people don't follow up on it. He got the information and followed up on it. And not through a big, Title III and all this, just by him following up on an investigation. He got 120 kilos of fentanyl.
Wow.
Whoa.
120 friggin' kilos of fentanyl. You got to be kidding.
That would kill 1 million people.
It would kill the entire population of St. Louis, city and county.
Yes.
Kill everybody.
Yes.
And as this was done by he's not young, but he's a seasoned veteran of the county police department. They say he's just a great, and just to hear those guys doing
We got a task force officer
that
in
kind
the
of
house
stuff.
right now, Joe Busso.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's our Navy SEAL guy, and he's happy with you. Thank God.
He's a good dude. Yeah.
And he didn't have,
Yeah. Well, he's been working at my unit this week.
All right.
So
All right. So
That
we
was
are.
good.
What do we got coming up next?
No, we got Frank Brostrom on Monday. Tune into that. That is a good one. Frank's going to be back on. We had a lot of fun. We laughed a lot. We laughed at some things that some people might not find funny.
It's a coping mechanism.
But it was fun, and Frank's going to be
not cutting that out, huh?
Frank's going to be a guest coming on quite frequently, and we look forward to that. And one last thing is, if you need some security, who are you going to call, Danny?
Campbell Security Group.
.com.
.com.
Shit, get a hold of Corby and the boys, and whatever your need is, whether it's corporate, whether it's personal, and you just need some extra security or you need some advice, CampbellSecurityGroup.com.
If you're doing legitimate cannabis operations and you need accounting services, Avail Professional Services. Dr. Dusel will help you out.
I'm always
proud
down.
sponsor of the show.
He told me I might be able to write off my marijuana expenses.
Oh my God.
That's
Tommy,
what he
what
said.
about our communities?
There are places that support law enforcement. They're a lot safer places to live.
Proven. Peace.
Come on, see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
All right.